It's wild. We are at the top here, and it is just seriously crazy. This camera does not do it justice. Jacob and I are doing a pretty big road trip. We started out in Denver, and we are currently driving down I-70 through the mountains. We're going to end up in Utah tonight. Still waiting on what we're going to do in Utah. More on that later. Then we're going to go to Arizona and hike Havasupai. And yeah, pretty excited. Jacob, what do you have to add?
The weather is not great. We're currently battling snowstorms through Loveland Pass and soon to be Vail Pass. But we should be okay if we go slow and steady.
Yep. Here's some of that weather. Good morning. Jacob and I are out here in kind of middle of nowhere. We're planning on heading more or less straight to Zion today, although the weather conditions have been pretty suboptimal. Last night we ended up sleeping in the car. The seats don't go all the way down, so it's a little could have been more comfortable, but it was definitely more comfortable than sleeping outside. It was snowing most of the night, and now it's drizzling. It's supposed to be raining most of today, so that's not super fun. Hopefully it clears up so we can go and hike Angel's Landing. Hello, we are driving right now through Bryce. It's snowy conditions for sure, but we're just checking it out. Gonna head to Zion soon. In Zion now. It is looking like a storm's about to roll in, which is not great. But anyway, we are making some ramen, packing up, getting ready for potentially doing Angel's Landing. Really pretty though. Love this place. Almost at Angel's Landing, and a storm is rolling in. Not good. Okay, we made it. We are the only ones up on Angel's Landing. How cool is that?
There's no more footage from this point because Jacob and Harrison were pelted by hail and rain all the way down the trail back to the bus shuttle, which then took them to their car. From there, they drove to Kanab, Utah, attempting to get permits to an elusive beauty, the Wave.
We just got the Wave permits. Jacob, are you excited?
I'm excited.
In a spectacularly rare fashion, Harrison and Jacob managed to snag a daily wave permit, something only 4 people get every day. The only crux was the road conditions. Jacob's 2000 Subaru Outback was not going to make it on a road that had turned around jeeps. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity had presented itself, and they weren't going to miss it. They decided they were going to hike all 21 miles, road or no road. 7 miles on the road to get to the true trailhead, 7 on the actual wave trail, and 7 miles on the way back to their car. Luckily, on the way in they found a rental Tacoma, willing to give them a ride, saving them 2 miles of hiking.
We are camped right here. We had a little fire going. Not a bad place to set up camp. It's really pretty. The sun's about to set. We're gonna get up about midnight or 1 and start our hike to the wave. We had 2 other guys come out and join us at around 3 a.m. They were cool guys, just astrophotographers and stuff and videographers. So we were all respectful. And then pretty soon after they got there, it started to rain, and it was cold, windy, and wet. And we were trying to hide behind this like one rock.
Yeah, how's the weather, guys? Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's the wave. It's awesome.
Revelación que me extasía, raro esplendor de fantasía que vive en ti.
Stopped raining, so we get to actually enjoy the wave. We're with our friends from Arizona and Texas that basically just waited out the storm with us under a little cove until the light came out.
And so Jacob and Harrison spent the rest of the day exploring the surrounding area with their new friends Jerry and Clint. They scrambled to Top Rock Arch, Melody Arch, the Alcove, a rock that casually looked like a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And of course they stopped at the wave again on their way out. And after securing friendship with Jerry, he even offered a ride out of the area in his Tacoma. Granted, Jacob and Harrison helped them push it out if it got stuck in the mud. Harrison and Jacob were quite thankful that Jerry and Clint saved them several miles of hiking.
We saw the wave, which was awesome. We got a ride back from these really cool guys. We just stopped at Walmart to get food, and now we are also zip tying the bumper back onto the car. So hopefully
Yeah, I'm gonna need help.
Good morning. We are currently packing up all our stuff, making some sandwiches, and getting ready to hike and have a soup bag. What do you think, Jacob?
I'm excited, but our packs are going to be very large and very stuffed.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the heaviest packs we've had, at least on this trip. Hello. So, we are on our way to have a soup bag, and Jacob, would you like to give the rundown of what's going on, basically?
Okay, so we basically pulled up to almost the trailhead, and the guy there checking was like, "Where's your wristbands?" We're like, "What wristbands? We have the reservation here." And he goes, "Oh, so 60 miles back, you had to check in and show them your reservation and get your wristband, right?" And he said, "Oh, and also, you have to pass here by 2 p.m., otherwise we close." And we're looking at it like it's currently noon, right? We have to go drive 60 miles back, check in, get a wristband, and then drive all the way back and check in before 2 p.m., right? And not to mention, but we didn't really have enough gas, so we had to go an extra 14 miles out of the way to get gas, which is a little ridiculous. So we've been scrambling to complete these errands. We finally got the wristbands and our gas. We're going in and we're praying that we can make it back by 2 p.m.
Yeah, trying to make up some time right now because according to Google, we should not make it in time. But we are determined to do the opposite of that. Anyway, Jacob is getting their passes right now. We should be good to go. So we made it to Havasupai. We were hauling. We passed 15 people on the way down just because we were started super late. We were the last group in. But oh my gosh, is it worth it? Check this out, how crazy this looks. Check this out. We just made it up. How wild is this? What do you think so far?
It's kind of wild. Look at this view.
You just said wild was an understatement.
Yeah, it is wild. It is an understatement.
It's just crazy.
I think ridiculous is a better word.
Yeah.
So today we hiked all the way down past Mooney Falls, all the way to Beaver Falls, which was quite the trek. We had 3 river crossings, both there and 3 on the way back, where we had to take off our shoes, put on flip-flops, cross the stream, then dry out our feet, put on our shoes again. It was super annoying, but you know, we made it. Overall, pretty successful day, other than the fact that it rained all day pretty much, with like 10 minutes of sun. That's it.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Good morning. We are finally getting some sun, as you can see. So we're very excited about that. We're planning, although we have 2 pieces of unfortunate news. First is our sandwiches were stolen from our bear bag last night because we just left that sitting on the bench and somebody got into it. And then also the river is no longer blue because there were like flash flood things last night. And yeah. It's like a normal river, so that's unfortunate. But we're still planning on hiking down to the waterfall and just making the most out of today. So, anything to add, Jacob?
Not really, other than everything is covered in mud, kind of.
Yeah, everything is just everything's like damp and muddy. So we're really hoping that the sun will change that today.
On their 3rd day at the Havasupai campsite, Harrison and Jacob went separate paths. Jacob hiked with their new friends, Ali and Ali, down to the confluence of the Colorado River, hiking some odd 16 miles with 22 river crossings.
We are at the confluence. And we went in and swam around, jumped in a couple times, and now we're getting ready to hike out.
Jacob was even dumb enough to cliff jump into the river at one point. Because of a blister, Harrison took a chill rest day where he took some 35mm film photos and hung out with bighorn sheep.
Stumbled upon these guys right here. Pretty crazy. I'm gonna have to pass them, which is giving me a little bit of anxiety, but it's okay. I think they're chill. We are back at our tent. We just ate some fry bread and our freeze-dried food. And kind of just chilling. We're gonna go play some dice games with our friends we made last night.
And now I'm feeling pretty content. I think we had a pretty good trip here.
Yeah, it's been super fun. Now we're gonna go call it a night, and we're gonna pack out tomorrow. So our journey out of Havasupai was pretty interesting because it started with us thinking we were just going to backpack out like normal. We left around 8:30 and got to the first water crossing, and the bridge was already underwater. So they weren't letting anyone cross. And we actually saw the two alleys that were there from about an hour before us. And we decided to just kind of hang out, and hopefully the water level was going to go down. And there was not really a lot of information at the time of like what was actually going on. Basically, at a certain point, we realized that we either were going to be stuck there overnight for at least a day or two, or get out the back way. Everyone is being moved away from the campsites, like the whole campsite's being evacuated, and we're potentially going to have to hike up the mountain and cross out that way.
We're gonna just play some dice. Wait for a helicopter.
I know. Some super nice people gave us some food because we're pretty much out. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
By this point, things were looking pretty desperate because we heard they were letting even more water out, and the bridge had washed away. So there was no chance of going across that first bridge, even if the water level went down. So we had to go the back way. And there was a ranger that we had talked to 2 days prior to this on the trail. And I saw him walk past, and I just ran up to him and was like, hey, someone in our party has a flight the next day. We are good hikers and climbers. Like, we can get out of here. Just give us the chance to make it out with you. And they actually agreed this time. And so I sprinted back to Jacob and the Alleys, trying not to draw too much attention, but also get there. And we're like, we gotta go now. So we all grab our stuff. We're walking out, and everyone's asking us like, where are you guys going? What are you doing? Because we had talked to a bunch of people at that point, and we're all just like, I didn't talk to anyone, didn't look at anyone. Jacob was like, oh, I'm just following the group or whatever. But we all just made excuses, and we were just booking it. Anyway, we followed this ranger, and we then had to rock climb / scramble up this cliff face to get out of this canyon. And we got out, and at the top, everyone is staring at us. It was just crazy. Apparently it caused quite a commotion once we got out. But yeah, I'm glad we did, because then we walked up this trail quite a ways and eventually made it to this pretty bad dirt road where this 4x4 met us. We all just piled into the back, kind of laying on each other, and made it down this pretty awful road back to Supai. Thank you! And from there, we were able to put our names on a helicopter list and take a helicopter out after a couple hours, because the bridge right out of the city was filled with water, and it probably wasn't going to go down for 2 or 3 days, according to some of the locals. What do you have to say?
Oh my god, we made it out!
We made it!
Woo! Woo!
I mean, there were 200 plus people still at that campsite, and some of them ended up making it out by the time that we were out, but it was just so freaking wild. We were just saying, we just can't even believe this.
It's a wild spring break, man. Seriously.
Way to end college spring breaks. So crazy.
And now we're driving out back to Colorado then.
I can't tell you how happy I am to see a nice, clean shower and sink
Wow.
in beds. I know! Oh, so nice. I wasn't just Anyway.
We made it back to Colorado.
Yeah, so long day of driving, but super psyched to be back. It's really cold. So, anyway, thanks, Jacob. It's been a fun trip. Bye, vlog.
Alright, I'll see you in Dallas.